I'm gonna telling you 3 point about Swift language, Swift programming language. So the first is Swift is the powerful programming language that is also easy to learn. Swift uh, Swift is powerful and intuitive programming language for macOS, iOS, watchOS, and tvOS and beyond. Writing Swift code is interactive and fun. The syntax is concise yet expressive, and Swift includes modern features developers love. Swift code is safe by design yet also produce software that run lightning fast. Number two is Swift is fast and powerful. From its earliest conception, Swift was built to be fast, using the incredibly high performance LLVM compiler technology. Swift code is transformed into optimized native code that gets the most out of modern hardware. The syntax and standard library have also been tuned to make the most obvious way to write your code. Also perform the best whether it runs in the watch on your wrist, or across a cluster of servers. Swift is a successor to both the C and Objective-C programming language. It includes low-level primitives such as types, flow control, and operator. It also provides object-oriented features such as class, protocol, and generic, giving Cocoa Touch developer the performance and power they demand. Number three is Swift is great first language. Swift can open doors to the world of coding. In fact, it was designed to be anyone's first programming language, whether you're still in school or exploring new career path. For educator, Apple create free curriculum to teach Swift both in both in and out of the classroom. First-time coders can download Swift Playgrounds on the App Store. That makes getting started with Swift code interactive and fun. Showing you the difference between a variable and let on Swift programming language. So I'm gonna make a variable first. In Swift, in a variable, you can change the data. I'm gonna make it 1 plus 1, or I'm gonna make a string in here. So the output will be hello because I already update the data. So that's all the different. And now I'm gonna, but if I make it but when you are using let, you cannot update the data because it will be error if you try to update it. So now I'm gonna building the application. and the application is gonna be a food app. So in food app we can know uh, our food and ingredients. It is just like a note. Okay, so let's get started. We build it in Xcode with Swift language, and in Xcode we can make uh, such like casual app, document app, game, AR app, sticker pack app, and message app. And also we can make application for iOS, multi-platform, macOS, watchOS, tvOS, and other. In this occasion I'm gonna making a casual app. The next name is gonna be food apps. The interface is SwiftUI. The lifecycle is UI get app diligent, and the language is Swift. Okay, next. Create desktop. Oops. First of all, I'm gonna make the model first. So we can easily call the data. And because I want to make data, so I'm just gonna choose the Swift file. I'm gonna call the UI kit library and input the struct, and the name is gonna be food, and field is image, ID first, ID, and ID is integer. The image is gonna be string. Forget to add a variable in here, sorry. Okay, so this is all is variable. Description. String ingredient, string, and the step is string. And the app is gonna be like this. So we're gonna have our main page and the food list in here, we if and when we click the one of this list food, we will go to the detail, and detail will gonna show the step and the ingredients of the food and the description. And also we can and also I'm gonna creating a profile button in here, and if we click the profile button, we'll go to this. Okay, so this is the asset that I have. I already export this image in asset food. Okay. Oops. The application is gonna be like this. In the detail, there will be a image, a title, the description, the ingredient, step. Okay, so let's just get started. I'm gonna put it to asset. Image 2, image 3, image 5, image 6, image 7, image 9. So you can easily call the image. That's 10. You got a model, and now I'm gonna making a dummy data, because it is gonna be our data. So I'm gonna choose Swift file again, and the name is gonna be dummy food. I'm gonna call the UI kit library again. I'm gonna making a let in here, and the name of and the value of the name and and the so this is the name of our lab, and the value is gonna be food. If you are already make the data in here, it will be automatic when we want to call it. See, we just need to call this struct food. See, this is just the same like in the model. The ID is integer, image is string, food name is string, description string, ingredient string, and step is string. image. Because we need 10 data, so I'm gonna make 10 dummy data in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and don't forget to use this. Five. Oops. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. And number 10. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me check the food name. Abon tempe pedas. Abon tempe pedas. Tempe telur asin. Telur asin. Tahu jamur kukus telur. Kukus. Sambal lado tanak. Sambal lado tanak. Lumpia ayam. There is the sambal lado tanak. I'm just gonna make it tupat sayur. Sayur mangut kenasak. So this is actually my school assignment. Cheesy creamy pasta. Pampis tongkol. Topoki. I'm just gonna call it otak-otak. Okay, and I'm gonna call the description. uh, 3 4 5 6. Then put the data 3 4 5 6. I'm gonna skip it because this is took a really long time.
I'm making the foot row, and now I'm gonna making with SwiftUI view. Oh, and we also want to make a profile, and the profile is gonna be SwiftUI view also. Don't forget to make the detail, the and the foot list. Okay, first of all I'm gonna input the code in here. Okay, so I'm gonna making the food that the struct food that we have in here into makanan in food row. I'm gonna create a hashtag. I'm gonna explain when I'm done. Wait, why? Makanan dot image. The image will gonna be resizable and aspect ratio and gonna choosing the frame for the image. Width is 80 and height is also 80. So the liming is gonna be leading, and the spacing is 0. Let's just ignore this first.
Foot name first. System. Because this is the foot name, and I'm gonna making a big size. And then the description. And the line limit is 3. And now I'm gonna call for the example. Because I'm call it makanan nih guys. And then the sample is data number 1. There is no error again in here. So the foot row is gonna be like this. Wait, there's something wrong in here. Font. Okay, so in the apps, and now time to explain. I'm gonna start from the I already explained the foot row, and we are gonna explain the profile, how I make this profile. So in profile I add a scroll view so we can scroll this down, and fish tag because I want to make it vertical. See, the item in here is vertical, the image, the text, and also the text. So spacer is for making some space in here. I'm making some space on this image between the text, and in the text I'm also making a spacer. Okay, so this is the detail that I will, because we add a scroll fish so we can scroll down like this, as you can see here. In the text I'm calling the models or the foot struct in the model, and in the model we have the data, and the data is this. Struct foot. So how to read this is, we are calling the food name inside of makanan, and the makanan is struct food. In the struct food we have food name, and food name we have the data in food name inside of the dummy food. And this is the list. So how to list item like this? We need to add list so we can list. And how to make this line limit is 3, because I'm making it in foot row. The line limit is 3, 1 2 3. So I'm just calling it in foot list, so the line limit is 3. This tag is for I don't know how to say it in English, but in Indonesia it is called menumpuk or menumpuk. And in this tag, and I mean in here in this tag, I'm making a navigation link, and the destination is detail. So if we click this one of these lists, we are going to detail. Okay, so now last I'm gonna explain the content view. In content view we are calling the navigation view. Navigation view is this, and inside of the inside of navigation view we have a foot list. So content view is just like the main page. In main page we got a food list that we are built, and also I'm making a navigation bar items. The navigation bar item is like this. The navbar is like in the navbar I'm making the items, and the item is this. So I'm calling it calling the system name, and the system name is person.circle.fill, and I'm also making it as a button, and if we click the button it will destination to the profile. Okay, we're gonna build the apps now and try. Okay, so the app is done. We are using list, navigation bar item. When we click here we go to profile, and when we click one of these we are going to detail, and inside of the detail there will be like this. Okay, so that's all for me. Hope you enjoyed. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.